precision-crafted performance.
Going into the series finale, here's the bullpen budget, and we have a new entrant, Jose Trevino, after his 18 pitches last night, though, Jack, pretty sure we won't see him today. What about the rest of the bullpen?
Everybody wants to see that knuckleball again. I get a kick out of that. I think Holmes is obviously in play if you get into a save situation, and the Yankees need to get Ian Hamilton into a game. He hasn't pitched in 3 days. He was resting some soreness. So I think the best prescription or the best recipe for them tonight would be get enough from Stroman that you could go right to Hamilton, right to Holmes, get a series win.
Just about to get you out to Milwaukee. What's your key to the game?
I'm going back to the rookie on the mound for the Brewers. It's only his second start. The Yankees need to make Myers feel uncomfortable. How do you do that? Smart, selective at-bats. And by the way, the Yankees are also doing it with a steady lineup. We don't hear a lot of squawking about the lineup. That's because it's been the same lineup every day. They played 29 games. Judge, Rizzo, Soto, and Verdugo have started all 29. Torres and Volpe have started 28 of 29.
We didn't even mention Soto has a little 5-game hitting streak going. We'll see if that continues, if the offense continues. The Stroh Show is next on Yes and the Yes app. Series finale coming your way. Kane, Nelson, and Shackle.
New season, new reasons to say yes.
Wow.
Yes to the ultimate viewing experience.
Aaron Judge crushes one.
Yes to in-game live stats. And earn rewards and win prizes. Get all the Yankees action on the Yes app. Download now.
It's one fantastic ride. The turbocharged, tech-inspired Kia Forte.
Best 2 out of 3?
Lease a new 2024 Forte LXS for $189 a month.
After you! No, after you. I'm holding space for you, physically and emotionally.
I feel your validation, and I reciprocate your generosity.
You know what's surprising?
What, how well we're handling all this?
No, the prizes you could win with the new scratch-off games from the New York Lottery.
That is actually incredible. One sec.
You're a light to those around you.
You can take your light, and you can have a nice day.
Nothing surprises a New Yorker like new monthly scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. Play $10 million cash now.
You know, when it comes to love, the sky is no limit. You don't know where you're going next, but you always know who you're going with. You know your relationship status helps get you closer to medallion status. You know you love to travel, and because you get 15% off when booking award travel with your Delta Amex card, you travel to love. The Delta SkyMiles Platinum American Express card. If you travel, you know.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Current eligible GMC lessees can get this low-mileage lease on this 2024 Sierra Elevation for around $399 per month. We are professional-grade GMC.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
It's a cold, dank Sunday here in Milwaukee, but the roof is closed, and it is time for baseball as the Yes Network presents the Hyundai Sunday Game of the Week. Today, it's the New York Yankees against the Milwaukee Brewers in the rubber game of a 3-game set from American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball. Along with Jeff Nelson, I'm Michael Kay. A laugher for the Yankees last night, 15-3, and a manager loves this. Aaron Boone, before the game, moved the lineup around a little bit and had Alex Verdugo as the cleanup hitter, and Verdugo raked.
Well, it definitely played well for him and Aaron Boone. You know, it takes a little bit for someone to get used to being a Yankee, put on the pinstripes. But as of late, Verdugo has been on fire. 2 home runs in back-to-back games, both with those sliders down and in. He just drops ahead of the bat. The big homer in the first inning last night. Great to see. He also plays tremendous defense in left field.
Yeah, his numbers really stark difference from when he started. His first 10 games hit 143. Now, in his last 18 games, these are MVP-type numbers. 350, 9 extra base hits, 13 runs scored, an OPS of 1.040. Well, the Yankees are going for the series win, another one that they could chalk up, but they have to have good pitching for Marcus Stroman. And so far this year, Marcus Stroman has been very good.
He has pitched well, and he lives on the edges. He loves to expand the zone. He doesn't come in very often against righties and lefties. He likes to throw away. If he gets a good umpire that will give him that 3 or 4 inches on the outside corner, it's a tough day for the offense. He's got a good slider, the good cutter, the changeup down and away. There was a really good slider there. He doesn't like to come out over the middle of the plate. The 9 strikeouts in his last start was outstanding.
7 starts against Milwaukee, 3-1 with a 2.58 ERA. And in 5 of the 7 starts, he's allowed 2 runs or fewer. So he's pitched well against the Brewers. Now, if it's a close game, the Yankees have no problem going to their closer, Clay Holmes. He has been close to perfect the entire season. When we get back, Justin Shackle talks with Clay Holmes next, right here on Yes.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to Yankees baseball on Yes. We are getting ready for first pitch as the Yankees and the Brewers close out their series here in Milwaukee. Hey everybody, I'm Justin Shackle. Last night's blowout win for the Yankees allowed relievers in the bullpen to get a night's rest. There are some new faces in that Yankees bullpen. Some key relievers have joined the fray, and yet the production level remains high. I asked closer Clay Holmes what's impressed him the most about some of the key and new arms down in the pen.
Everybody down there knows that there's going to be some big outs that we have to get. That it could be on any night, and I think just that challenge, keeps us in the game and locked in, and it's fun to see everybody contributing.
You entered today tied for the league lead with 9 saves. What's allowed you to get off to such a hot start?
Yeah, I feel like I come into spring in a pretty good spot, and just kind of the resources around here. The pitching coaches kind of knowing exactly what I need to do, and the things I need to do to be successful, and just hammering those early on. And I feel like when you just stick to those things, and day in and day out, you stay on top of them, you find yourself kind of where you need to be. And I think that's kind of been the case. I feel like I've kind of figured out what I need to do to be successful, and it's just the matter of showing up every day, putting the work in, and trusting that those things are going to lead to some results.
Holmes and the rest of the pen will be ready to go behind Marcus Stroman as he takes the bump for the Yankees this afternoon. When we come back, we'll have first pitch from Milwaukee. Michael Kay and Jeff Nelson have the call. It is the rubber game between the Yankees and the Brewers. Next on Yes.
I love it when people say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
Gives you wings.
Bacon, bacon, bacon. Introducing Applebee's new whole lotta bacon burger. Just $9.99 for a limited time. Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
If you're taking a trip with your friends, why pay for 4 hotel rooms to stay apart? When you could get one Airbnb and stay together.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Discover Cashback Debit gives everyone money back on the stuff they buy. So I bought all these kids a bunch of candy. I know what I'm doing.
A debit card with cashback. Discover Cashback Debit.
Men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime, and we're more than twice as likely to die from the disease.
But when it's caught early, it's highly treatable.
For more than 30 years, PCF has funded cutting-edge research, helping patients live longer with fewer complications. Go to pcf.org/knowyourrisk today to learn more about prostate cancer and how you can advocate for yourself.
It's your health. It's your life.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile on a brand new Hyundai. By FanDuel, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when they place any $5 bet. And by Yale New Haven Health, powering medical breakthroughs. Rick Cerrone, Jim Gantner, the old days. And the Brewers were in the American League. Now they're in the National League. And the Yankees and the Brewers hook up in this interleague matchup, the rubber game of this 3-game set. Brewers have taken the field. Myers taking his warm-ups, and we're taking a look at the Yankees starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. Volpe, Soto, Judge, that's the top. The middle, it's Verdugo, Stanton, and Rizzo. And the bottom third of the order, Torres, Cabrera, and Jose Trevino, who finished last night's game on the mound. On the mound now is Tobias Myers. One start, first big league start, 0-1, 1.80. And we will take a look now at the pitching matchup.
Well, Myers has a good mix. Fastball, slider, cutter, curveball, change. Fastball about 93, 94. K numbers were outstanding in the minor leagues last year at AA. 168 strikeouts, 137 2/3. And he's looking for his first big league win.
And that is a Nissan pitcher scouting report. So Anthony Volpe looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 9 in the first 2 games. He's ready. Myers is ready. And let's do it here in Milwaukee. Swing and a miss. We're underway. Mike Malinsky is the home plate umpire. Jansen Visconti at first. Derek Thomas at second. And Andy Fletcher is over third. High fly ball right field. Churio will put it away. For the first out, let's check out the entire defense presented by Defender. Churio is in right, Blake Perkins in center, Sal Frelick is in left. We go the other way in the infield. Ortiz, Adames, Turang and Bowers. William Contreras behind the plate. With Gary Sanchez, the DH. There's Juan Soto, who's 3 for 7 in the series with 3 walks. He's reached base safely 6 out of 10 times. He is an on-base machine. On-base percentage of .443, which is first in the American League.
And that's what Myers will do. He likes to throw that four-seam fastball up. His fastball rides. He's got good riding action on that fastball. And then everything, that slider, that cutter that he just saw there to Soto, plays off of that. Kind of the same plane as the four-seamer. Doesn't throw the curveball mainly a get-me-over. The changeup not too often.
So Myers spent 8 seasons in the minors before he made his major league debut on Tuesday. That was in Pittsburgh. But how about this, Jeff? The first pitch that he throws in the big leagues, Andrew McCutchen hit for a home run.
Yeah, did you hear the story about it? About when he used to go to Andrew McCutchen's camps when he was little.
Really? Line drive caught there by Bowers. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Kia.
Well, intimidating. You know, you watch the lineup and what the Yankees did last night. 4 big home runs, 15 runs. Does that intimidate the young Myers? 3 or more runs. 18-3 record the Yankees have with 3 or more runs scored and no hangover. You know, baseball, the baseball gods, 15 runs one night, 2 runs the next day. Hopefully that's not the case for the Yankees today. Yeah, so Myers, he went to McCutchen's camps when he was younger, growing up. And all of a sudden his first big league game was against the Pirates, and the first hitter he saw was McCutchen. So he asked some of his friends, give me a scouting report. What do I do against Andrew McCutchen? And they said, don't give him a fastball inside. Very first pitch, he threw a fastball inside, took him deep.
And he pitched well in the 5 innings. He ended up losing, hard luck loser, 2-1. So that first pitch was costly. 3-1 on Judge.
And you mentioned all the years that he spent in the minor leagues. He's 25 years old, 5 different organizations.
So the count 3-2 on Judge. We're just underway here at American Family Field on this Sunday. Thank you for joining us. There's Myers' resume.
Sometimes you never know when that organization that you get to, when it clicks. So he had control problems basically through his whole minor league career, and coming over to Milwaukee, something just clicked with him, and they've been able to dial him in.
That one is drilled deep to left center field. See ya. A long home run for Judge, and the Yankees lead 1-0.
Well, so much for that four-seam fastball at the top of the zone. You watch where this fastball is, out, over, and up, and this was crushed. Aaron Judge has looked pretty good over the last, 3 or 4 at-bats going into last night.
Here's Verdugo. And the Yankee home run bats have come alive as well.
And that was demolished. You know, I was watching him in his first couple at-bats, Aaron, yesterday, and almost the way he's been struggling. He looks, his facial expressions, it looks like he's puzzled and, you know, a little confused and guessing. And then over those last couple at-bats last night, it seemed like he was putting it together.
Fly ball deep left. Frelick is there, right in front of the warning track to retire Verdugo. But the captain lays down the law early. Crushes a 3-2 offering into left center field. His 6th home run of the year. Yankees won. Milwaukee coming to bat.
Gatorade Zero. Zero sugar hydration with all the flavor and electrolytes of Gatorade. Hydration for every athlete, forever. It's $10 Tuesdays at KFC. Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of hot, juicy Kentucky Fried Chicken for just $10. Son of a bucket, that's a good deal. Get a taste of $10 Tuesday, only at KFC.
Get one free Arby's sandwich every week in April, online only. And see for yourself that Arby's sells more than roast beef. Spoiler alert, Arby's does. Arby's, we have the meats.
Want to upgrade but still paying off your locked phone? Break free from 3-year device contracts. Switch to T-Mobile and we'll pay off your phone.
Well, the Yankee captain with a home run, giving the Yankees a 1-0 lead. Now Milwaukee's turn against Marcus Stroman. We'll look at their starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok, Frelick, Contreras, and Adames in the top of the order. Then it's Bauer, Sanchez, and Perkins in the middle. The bottom third, Turang, Ortiz, and Churrillo. And they're going to face the Yankees' Marcus Stroman. Stroman has pitched well so far. 5 starts, 2-1, 2.93 ERA. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report.
No, the umpire, and we'll go over the scouting report later on Molinsky. If the gives you 2 or 3 inches, 4 inches off that outside the plate, advantage Stroman, and a homer bug. The homer has been biting him the last 3 games. 4 home runs he's given up. And he's got great numbers against the Brewers. You saw that in the open, 3-1 with a 2.58 in 7 starts against the Crew.
Frelick takes up and away, 1-0.
Well, 3-2 fastball. He just gets on top of that and absolutely demolished it to left center field. Number 6 on the year. Watch these hands just sitting dead red. He gets a fastball that he can handle, and everybody knew it. I don't think they could believe how far that went. What did they say? 441?
I didn't see the distance. .441, you're right. 441 feet. 2-2. This is Stroman's 8th career start against Milwaukee. He's allowed just 24 hits in 45 1/3 innings pitched.
And that's the pitch right there, about 2 inches. If Trevino sets up on that outside part and he's got his middle of his body like right now.
Chop to second. Torres gets Frelick. 1 away. Let's check out the defense presented by Defender. You've got Verdugo on left, the captain in center, Soto over and right. Infield, Cabrera, Volpe, Torres, and Rizzo third to first. Trevino behind the plate. Stanton, the DH. Stroman's on the mound. Home plate umpire is Mike Molinsky, considered hitter-friendly, and he calls fewer inside strikes. 19th big league season. Fly ball, right field. Going back, Soto toward the corner, makes the play to retire Contreras.
And with Stroman living on the edges and Molinsky being a hitter-friendly umpire, it's going to be interesting to see today how much he gets off of that plate. You know, Trevino's going to try to stretch it out there and see if he can get to 2 or 3 inches. If you get your body, if Trevino gets his body in the middle of his body on the outside edges and makes it look like a strike, you might be able to steal a few out there. Look how far he gets.
And there's a strike.
And a lot of guys, if you see with Stroman, every time he starts, the catcher sets up really early. You know, he gets out there and gives him that visual. You don't see that too often with starting pitchers or even pitchers in general. You'll see the catcher move late.
Is there the danger of tipping if you move that
not
early?
tipping, but I mean, there's been times there that the coaches, the first base coach and the third base coach, they'll move up and down the boxes to give location. And if you're giving it up early, then sometimes a right-handed hitter, he'll look at the first base coach. You know, he'll move up and back. Now it's not happening now, but a lot of it is just giving up locations, not tipping the pitches. It's just, if you can see, you know, I don't know how much a hitter can really pick up a catcher moving so early.
And Adames works a walk with 2 outs.
And that's a pitch right there that if you get a pitcher-friendly umpire, you're getting that call 2 or 3 inches outside. Malinsky's not calling that. Now, because you're not getting that call, he may have to pitch a little bit more out over the plate.
Here's Jake Bauers. And a strike. 0-1. You know, in hearing Aaron Boone describe the way Stroman pitches, he said sometimes he'll miss on purpose to set up another pitch. So he's on the mound sequencing, trying to set up batters at the plate. You know, this is up and in, next one, well, I'll figure out where I'm going there. So even though he might be throwing a ball, Jeff, he's not doing it on purpose.
Right, and there's a couple pitches right there inside. He really doesn't come inside that often to either righties or lefties. He likes to live on the outside part of the plate. Now, to your point, he may go away this time after coming in twice.
One and two. Swing and a miss. Strikeout of Bowers. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. We played 1-0 Yanks.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Lease an all-wheel drive RAV4 for just $329 a month. Or lease an all-wheel drive Highlander for $439 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's love at first bite with Haagen-Dazs. Vanilla milk chocolate almond bar. That's Dazs.
You know geography isn't learned, it's lived. You know your companion certificate allows for the ultimate show and tell. You know the best memories use all 5 senses and can get you closer to medallion status. You know with the Delta SkyMiles Platinum American Express card, class is always in session. If you travel, you know.
It's $10 Tuesdays at KFC. Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of hot, juicy Kentucky Fried Chicken for just $10. Son of a bucket, that's a good deal. Get a taste of $10 Tuesday, only at KFC.
Deserve, because all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
All right, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Right now, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when they place any $5 bet. Giancarlo Stanton takes a strike as we start the second inning. Stanton and Judge homered last night when the Yankees won 15-3. 37th time they've homered in the same game. And the Yankees are 33-4 in those 37 games. So that'll get it done. Stanton down on strikes.
The ball was flying out last night. They had those panels open. They didn't have the roof open, but the panels open in left center, right center. And that was a good slider down and away. And the ball was getting out. That ball that Stanton hit yesterday was off a position play. It was about 50 miles an hour. I mean, that was just pure strength out there to right center field.
And the panels are closed today. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Today it's kind of raw out. Now, we mentioned the Yankees scored 15 runs yesterday. That one is driven to right field. On the run is Churrillo, and it's over his head. And it bounces over the wall, but comes back onto the field. They do not call it a ground rule double, but a double nonetheless for Rizzo. Looked like it bounced into the bullpen and back.
Man, that was a bad route by Churrillo, the right fielder. He went straight across instead of going back. Look at this route. He goes straight across, and then he has to cut back. And he hits off for the top of the wall.
Yep, they did not go into the bullpen and hit the yellow line.
You know, instead of going at an angle to the ball, he goes straight across and then has to cut back towards the bullpen, and that cost him.
Gleyber Torres. Anyway, the 15 runs snapped a streak of 108 games in single digits. So 9 or fewer. That's the second longest such streak in New York Yankee history. And it was unfolding in front of our eyes, and we didn't realize it was significant, but the longest streak is 165 games, which took place covering the 1970 and 71 season. And those are not great Yankee teams. But a very sluggish offense certainly flexed a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, they did. Some big hits by Torres, Wells, Rizzo. Torres got 3 hits, 3 RBIs. That's where Myers likes to live. Yeah, see the 15 runs, 19 hits. Myers likes to live at the top of the zone. You see 2-2, and if he comes back with that 4-seamer above.
Strike 3. Torres down looking.
I didn't climb the ladder with it, but it was a 95-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball on the outside part of the plate and locked up Torres. Maybe looking off speed in that bat.
Oh, a strike to Cabrera. Now, Myers started the year at AAA Nashville. Pitched 4 games and pitched to a 1.62 ERA, so he got the call-up. Oh, 0-2. Oswaldo 5 hits in his last 33 at-bats. His average now at 258.
And with all the injuries, has gone through the Brewers staff. Miley out for the year, Woodruff out. He could stay up here.
Strike 3. He rings up 3 strikeouts here in the second, pitching around the Rizzo double.
My siblings and I are picky. Finding a home for us was tough, but our agent Joe just got our needs.
Congratulations.
Hey, Joe.
Hey.
We went on home tour after home tour, all on our schedule, until we finally got the right one.
Selfie time. All right.
You never guess he's a cat guy.
I had to buy the block for my dog. I want it all for my dog. I had to buy the block for my dog.
You're plugged in. As always, you're a step ahead. Turn up the fun full throttle in Toyota's all-electric BZ4X with available all-wheel drive. So charge up, hop in, and let's go. Yours, BZ4X.
For a limited time, lease BZ4X for only $119 a month or get 0% APR plus $2,500 TFS APR subvention cash. Find yours at Toyota. Let's go places.
Bite with Haagen-Dazs. White chocolate raspberry bar. That's Dazs.
Emma, party of 3.
With Amex Platinum, global.
Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's submission is of Levi, who loves watching every Yankees game on the Yes Network. Good choice. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention Yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
I think that was taken last night after the game.
Looked very happy, Levi.
Yes, he was.
Here's Gary Sanchez to lead off the bottom of the second. Foul back. Gary signed with Milwaukee in February, 1 year, $3 million deal. Incentives can push it to $7 million. And that hits him. So Sanchez will take first.
Looks like got him with a splitter. It's supposed to be away. Just slipped out of his hands. Got him in the forearm.
A double hit. Also got Trevino on the side of the neck.
2 for 1.
There's Blake Perkins. Oh, 0-1. Perkins, a switch hitter, off to a very good start at the plate. And he's an outstanding defender. Now, the manager, Pat Murphy, was skeptical of Perkins hitting when he first saw him. And now after watching him, he says he was, quote, dead wrong. That Perkins can, in fact, hit.
And he's gotten off to a great start here. Switch hitter.
Hit sharply and past the diving Volpe into center field. A base hit for Perkins.
That was the sinking fastball, supposed to be away. It caught too much of the plate, and when Stroman's living on the edges, sometimes when he catches too much of the plate, that'll happen with his fastball just out of the reach of Volpe.
Here's Bryce Turang. Came up as a shortstop, but he's their everyday second baseman. Chokes up a bit. First and second, nobody out. Yankees lead 1-0. Shows bunt, takes outside.
And this is where, if you're Marcus Stroman, you're going to have Rizzo as a first baseman. He's going to crash. And Marcus Stroman, he has everything in front of him and towards the third baseline. And the objective is to get Cabrera to field this ball. To try to get those guys over, but anything close that Stroman can get. Sanchez doesn't run well at second. You might have a good shot at making a play at third.
Well, we saw this on Friday. Murphy still keeps the bunt on, even with 2 strikes. If he wants you to bunt, he wants you to bunt. Let's see if he does it here.
Yeah, that was a bad attempt, and there you see Murphy was like, what are we doing here? You know, the ball was up, and as a pitcher, that's where you want to throw it. You want to get the hitter to pop the ball up.
Quite a pick there by Trevino.
Well, slider down and in. It was an outstanding stop. And Sanchez not a big lead off a second.
Chop the third. There's one across the diamond for the double play. Perkins moves to second, but with 2 outs.
Now Turang hit it in a perfect spot. The pitch down and away, tried to chop it the other way. Cabrera, nice heads-up play, tagging the bag, stepping on it, throwing it over to first, and Turang runs well.
Oh, 0-1 on Ortiz, 4 for 8 in the series. 1-1.
A lot of ground balls from Marcus Stroman.
Tapped out, fouled, right side. Two and two.
You see there how far Trevino gets on the outer half and well off of the plate. You know, a lot of pitchers are visual pitchers. You know, they like when the catcher gets out there, and we mentioned it, he doesn't care that there's a guy on second. And the guy on second can give location away, but Stroman wants to see the catcher out there. He visualizes that's where I got to throw it, especially with his breaking ball. It helps him say, I got to really get out there, and not, you know, if you have a catcher that around the plate, you might wind up hanging it, getting way off. It helps you pull across, and you hope to get a swing and miss.
Three and two on Ortiz.
The only downside to that is if you're not coming inside, you know, those last couple sliders are so far away, and Stroman doesn't like to pitch inside. He'll make you try to expand the zone as a hitter. If you don't come in, a lot of times good hitters will spit on those sliders down and away, and they won't offer at them.
And he worked the walk. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Not saying he did it on purpose, but he's got a very weak hitter coming up. And Stroman's a veteran, and maybe rather face Trujillo.
Yeah, and Ortiz has been hot the first couple games for the Brewers. That could be with first base open. You know, you could eliminate that. You know, he doesn't like to throw inside, especially to right-handed hitters. If you just showed him just one pitch in there, they're not going to see that outside pitch as well. You're not going to be able to spit on that slider down and away. You might get a few more offerings.
Grounded to first, knocked down by Rizzo. He takes it himself, and that'll do it. in the second. No runs a hit, 2 men left. We played 2. It's 1-0 Yanks.
We're up against some really bad guys. They have to do all this Jason Bourne stuff. That's pretty cool, actually.
So cool.
One last stunt, going down in a blaze of glory. You know, like Thelma and Louise. They die at the end. Exactly.
Amazing.
Watch this.
Rated PG-13.
To help save for our home, we stopped going on trips and giving each other expensive gifts. We handmade them instead. That one took me 3 weeks. Getting pre-qualified for a home loan was easier. It only took like 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's just, yes.
Yep. Put it on.
On me?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll put it on you.
Okay.
Fox scar.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when people say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
Delta Sky Miles American Express card highlights, and this was a highlight as Jose Trevino closed out the game for the Yankees yesterday. Became the first position player to pitch in a Yankee win since Rocky Colavito back in 1968. Although in that game, Rocky Colavito actually got the victory. And Justin, I know you were part of a scrum talking with Trevino. He still has a smile on his face today about pitching last night.
And he had the ball from the game last night on his shelf in his locker, and he said he wanted to split the ball in half so he could share it with Austin Wells. But I asked Austin, how many times did he throw the sign down for the knuckleball? He said way more than Jose threw it.
It was also kind of funny that Jose said he couldn't hear a pitch count, so he told Wells just to throw down the regular signs.
The old-fashioned way. 15 runs and you're using pitch com and position player. What do we got going on here? And then he waited for the last minute after he gave up a couple runs to go to the knuckleball. That's what he said before the reporters came by. He told me, he goes, "Yeah, I have regret that I didn't throw it as many times as I should have." He bragged. He said, I throw a good knuckleball. And you don't hear that often from a guy like Jose Trevino. He's pretty humble.
Well, that last pitch that he threw, they grounded out the shortstop. That was pretty nasty. You see it go inside to the righty?
He said a former minor league teammate with the Rangers by the name of Eddie Gamboa taught him the knuckleball, and he throws it a lot when he's playing catch with the pitchers. That's why everybody in the clubhouse knows about it. And he said when on days that he's not catching, he'll even get on the mound and throw some knuckles.
And that's the guy when you warm up and you're playing catch with a partner, you avoid.
Right, you can break your hand.
Oh, their whole objective is to hit you in the knee.
Now the funny part of how managers worry. So it's 15-1, and they bring in Trevino, and Matt Blake, the pitching coach, says to Aaron Boone, "Well, what's your threshold?" Ground ball is short. Meaning, at what point do we get nervous and get up a reliever? And Boone said that if it was 11-1 before Stanton's home run in the top, he said he would not have brought in a position player. He said he just wouldn't have risked it.
Did they ever think about letting Weaver go out? Did they know that he's never had a big league save? I mean, you're already losing him for a few days anyway.
I think they said after 15-1 they wanted to use a position player. Here's Soto.
Well, after he gave up a couple runs, I was getting worried.
The old adage, no lead is safe. That's how these guys feel. Chopped to short. Adames gets the hustling Soto for the final out of the inning. Yankees go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third.
What's wrong?
My travel rewards card didn't earn enough miles for my vacation.
Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying because of that other card?
No.
There's no crying in baseball.
Or with the Capital One Venture Card, because it lets you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. And you can use those miles on any travel purchase. And you know why? There's no crying with the Venture Card. What's in your wallet? Let's play ball!
You hear that?
It is the sound
Of the adventure.
Grab your family. Let's go.
After a long day, nothing brings the family together like watching National Geographic on Disney Plus.
A load of head.
All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to fit every time. So you can keep your ride or die alive.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. By Buick, visit your local Tri-State Buick dealers. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. Bottom of the third inning at American Family Field in Milwaukee. Yankees lead 1-0. A first inning home run by Aaron Judge. His second home run in as many days. Top of the order for the Brewers against Marcus Stroman. Here's Frelick. Oh and 1. High fly ball, deep right center, going back Soto and Judge turning, and it's going to play off the wall. Judge plays it quickly. Frelick's going for 3. The throw is not in time. It's a triple to open the third for Sal Frelick. Missed a home run by a foot or so.
Well, missed because of that outfield wall there in the gaps. It jets back and it hits off. It's a hanging cutter. Well, watch where this hits, and there you see the wall, how it goes from right center field and then jets straight to center. Nice job by Aaron Judge playing that off. If that gets by him, that could have been an inside the Parker. He's thinking Frelick might have got it. And then he turns on the Jets.
Here's Contreras. High fly ball, shallow right field. Making the catch is Torres, and he quickly throws home, keeping Frelick at third.
About half a foot, right?
Something like that.
If it goes a little bit more towards the right before that wall jets out, that could have been a homer. That was a nice pitch by Stroman. The Yankees didn't have the infield in willing to give up the run, and now with one out, they're going to bring the infield in.
Here's Adames. Big cut. 0-1. One and 1 on Adames, who walked in the first inning. Infield in, Frelick's at third with one out.
After a fastball in, there's a good chance of maybe going away with something, maybe try to get a ground ball.
1 and 2.
And that's what he can do to righties. If he just shows a pitch in, it opens up the outside part of the plate so much. Adames not a good breaking ball hitter. You can stay with that same pitch, you might get a strikeout.
He tried 2-2. Count is full.
Now don't look for Stroman to give in here. Another pitch in, maybe a pitch away.